Here it is, guys, my second Deluxe Arkham City figure review. You'll be thinking to yourself, hang on, that's Battle Damage Batman. He's not a Deluxe figure. He's a Comic-Con rare figure. Yes, he is. But he's not Deluxe. However, the reason Batman's here is to show you just how tall this second figure is. There's Batman, and here is Killer Croc. This is the second in the Arkham Deluxe figures wave, which is part of the new DC Collectibles. I think that's what DC Direct's now calling its line, DC Collectibles. I might be wrong. Comment below and let me know. They released Mr. Freeze and Killer Croc under, quite simply, Arkham. Because, though Killer Croc does make a cameo in Arkham City, this figure is mostly based on his Arkham Asylum appearance. Unlike Mr. Freeze, who, of course, cameos without actually being in it, Arkham Asylum, but is in Arkham City. So we'll put Batman aside for a moment. Have a look at Killer Croc. I'm going to be doing a lot of adjustment of the camera for this one, because Croc is huge. I mean, just, oh my days, look at that face. Waylon Jones is the Killer Croc. Based on who's writing for him, he has a bit of a different story, but ultimately, he's a high-level thug with a skin disease, a skin deformity that makes his skin as tough as the hide of a crocodile. He used to wrestle alligators and crocodiles in the circus, but has since gone on to be either a highly paid thug, mercenary, or indeed a mob boss himself. Again, based on who's writing him. Some people write him as a bit more human, just with a scaly complexion and a brutal nature. Others write him as more of a creature. And most writers tend to, in the comics, make it so that as the years have gone by, Croc's become less human. Which I suppose it depends on how you like your Batman. If you're against the villains like Mr. Freeze and Clayface and Poison Ivy, the more supernatural ones, you might just wish to believe Croc is a thug with a bad skin. If you kind of don't mind the fantastical elements, you can very easily imagine him being this hideous creature. In the Arkham games, he is huge. He's the first patient other than the Joker you meet, if I recall, on the walkthrough intro of Arkham Asylum. And he is beautiful. It's like the Doctor, oh, you are beautiful. Back him up a little bit. He stands incredibly tall. He's very top heavy, as you can imagine, because he's all muscle, but his legs are quite sturdy. He doesn't come with a stand, but he's got very flat feet. The best way to stand him, I find, is to part the legs so that he can hold his own weight, but he can stand straight-legged if you balance him right. He's ginormous. In the games, he just wants to eat you, Batman. He wants to devour you, and beat up Aaron Cash, the cop whose hand he bit off in a previous story. Can't remember which one it was in the comics, but in the games it seems to have happened too. Articulation, he has a, I guess it's a ball joint actually. I think it's a, yeah, ball joint at the top of the thigh, one bend in the knee, which I'm not going to do because it's very stiff and it clicks. It's one of those that clicks, which is reassuring. Pin and socket joint on the foot, I think there is. Oh no, it's a ball joint. It's a ball joint. Ball joint on the foot. Waist articulation, nothing in the torso. He's got a pin and socket shoulder. Upper arm articulation, which I believe most of the Arkham figures are going to be getting from now on. Again, clickable joints in the elbows to keep them nice and stiff. And ball jointed hands. He also has a ball jointed neck with his collar, so it gets in the way a little bit. And really nice, this is a really nice detail. If you lift his head up, you give enough room to open his jaw. So, tick-tock, here's the Croc. You can have him with his jaws wide open, ready to eat his victim. I can't balance him now that he's been quite stiff on the shelf for a couple of months. And here he is now out of his stiffness. So you can have him mouth open. Any number of grisly sort of threatening positions. He's nicely poseable. He reminds me of sort of a bulkier figure from the Marvel Legends line back when Toy Biz were making him. He's like a Hulk figure, or the Beast figure. In terms of his sculpt, he reminds me of the Beast. He's got the hunched body, very top heavy, but lots of articulation. I love this figure. Recommended retail is about the same as Freeze. It's about £35, though I have seen him go for a little more just because he's a bigger toy. I think he's beautiful. It's such a good figure, and for my first Killer Croc toy as well, I'm proud to own him. I would recommend this to any Batman collector, be they into the Arkham games or not. So Killer Croc, I'm giving him a straight up 9 out of 10. He is gorgeous. Okay, that's it for my deluxe figure reviews for now. Coming up in the next week or two, I'll be showing you Wave 3, which includes 2 variants of Joker Thug, a straight-up Arkham City Batman, the Penguin Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul, based on your preference, and Azrael, as well as, and considering this is the last one for a while, it's a good one to end on, the deluxe Arkham Asylum Titan Joker. If you thought Killer Croc was big, you ain't seen nothing yet. Stick around, guys, and thanks for watching.